Welcome to the last edition of Desert Oasis. So today we're going to be playing the fully optimized list based off how I would like the thing to be played. So today we're going to be trying it out. Hopefully we do quite well on the ladder on rank Q. So today we pick up a few cards that I think are going to push the deck over the top. Green Shell and Sire at 7 deaths. These are the cards that I think will allow the deck to compete more efficiently in the current Pioneer meta. If you like this kind of content, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that notification alert for future videos. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. Let's get there together. Let's break down this deck and see the deck in action. So the changes we made, we ended up cutting back on some of the quote-unquote lands in the deck. Instead, we're playing some Glasspool Mimics instead of some of the islands. To ramp into our Sires, we're going to play some Citadels and some Castle Garenbrig with Growth Spiral. Hopefully that allows us to get to the mana we need early, like by turn 3 or 4. We still have the Grazers 3 and 3 on the Fungus too. 4 Lookouts because it's just a really good card. Except we still have Green Shell, Green Blade, and we have new Green Shell. It's for a little bit of card advantage engine with our creatures, which are for the most part their toughness is less or greater than their power. We still have we added one more 3 steps ahead for a little bit of counter magic. 2 or 4 or still have our 4 Growth Spirals and 4 Spelunking. Sideboard, we did pick up a couple copies of Blast Zone. This card we can easily bring in and cut back on Pylons against aggro. We have Grafdigger's Cage, also pretty nice against Coco, Phoenix, anything like that. 2 Gust for green and red decks, mainly red decks. 2 Back to Natures for Incarnation and stuff like that. 2 Damping Spheres for a little bit of hate against Lotus Field, and 2 Keen-Eyed Curators for a little bit of graveyard hate with our 3 Mystical Disputes for control and combo. That is our list we're trying out today. Let's see if this deck has what it takes to compete in the current Pioneer meta. Okay, we'll plays a simple Sanctum, so it could be Lotus Field. We're going to play the Pylons to make sure we have another land on top. Don't need a Spelunking, go. So we definitely want to look out this turn. So we play the Pylons. No more Spelunkings, please. Look out. Put that on green, say go. Expedition map. Cool. So it's definitely Lotus Field. Play a Green Shell. Put in play. Catch up. Go. Still haven't drawn a land yet, huh? Spelunking. And a Green Blade. Grab a Archway. Gotcha. Now this is going to be a little tricky. Game 2 and Game 3, it's going to be a lot harder. So we really need counters. And that's essentially it. Damping Spheres too. Now this particular matchup, we probably don't need Spelunking. It's too slow. It's a 3-drop. We really need to make sure our efficiency is at the top end. We need to keep the early ramp. I guess we cut a Fungus. Right like that. Okay, Sanctum and the Grazer. Is that Hallelujah? Hallelujah. Okay. Citadel's interesting. Put it on green. Go. The opponent's way further ahead this game. He's probably going to grab a Lotus Field or a Thespian Stage. Yeah, plays the field. Play the untap. Play a Damping Sphere. Go. Thespian Stage. Sure. Shock myself. Play a Green Blade. Take a Pylons. Say go. So at this point, we really need to start leaving up Mystical Disputes. It copies my Breeding Pool. Pylons. Spiral to the yard. Hitcha. So we'll go ahead and cheat in a Oasis. So we have 2 mana up. We can't dispute unless he has a blue card. But he could very well at any point get a Passageu, which is why he probably needed the Breeding Pool. There's a Scrying. So you get the Passageu. Now, you can't do it this turn unless he has another green source. I can't play Spire. Hatcha. Let's go and play another Mimic on Green Blade. Increase our clock. Get another Pylons. Play the... Nope. Go. Next turn, we probably can play the Sire. But most likely, we're going to have to play another Damping Sphere. Sure. Kills my Damping Sphere. Grab a Breeding Pool tapped. Now, we're probably going to want to play the Sire first. If he doesn't, of course, if he doesn't combo this turn. 7. We have 7. We have 8 mana. Yeah, so there's no way I could Sire and then still have mana up for Damping Sphere. So I definitely have the Damping Sphere first. And then just leave up a Dispute this turn. While hitting them for 8. So he's tapping out. Probably he's done. So he's going to try to plan for a next turn combo. But we have him on a 2-turn clock. So we're not like seriously behind here. I'm not sure what the opponent is thinking about right now. He has no mana left over. Does he not play to land this turn? Okay. That makes more sense. We play Pylons. Get rid of the land. We play Green Shell. And a Damping Sphere. Catcha. Go. Don't have any blue mana left over. So this Dispute is a problem. Can we get there? This is not a very good matchup. Traditionally, ramp is not very good. Into combo and aggro. Those are your weak spots. Your strengths are definitely mid-range and potentially control. Sure, he has a Beseiju. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be GG's. Because he's most likely has enough ways of... to go off this turn. I mean, he has 6 mana. He just needs one single pour. But if he doesn't, we have the lethal next turn. Fey Wishes. Grabbing... There's no way you have that in sideboard, right? I see. So you can make it where it's going to take 3 turns for me to take you down. But then again, you don't have the mana. You don't have white mana. So you need to be able to untap. Tap 1 for white, play that. And then hopefully that's enough to keep you around. So he could definitely play the untap cards. Another Lotus Float. Okay. Into the Flood Maw. And scoops it up. 1-0. Let's get to the next. Land. Grazer. Hallelujah. Put a Oasis into play. Go. Shores. You have a Thoughtseize, Mockingbird, the Grazer. Oh my gosh, is it a Hallelujah? Double Hallelujah. Wow. Play Pylons. Keep the Mimic. Go. Can't believe he Mockingbird my Grazer. That's kind of crazy. 1, 2, 3. Can't really do much. We'll play Archway, pick up the Pylons. I don't really want a Green Blade. Go. So we're probably facing ninjas, if I had to guess here. So Kaido did not come down. That's a good thing for me. Play the Pylons. Yeah, keep that on top. Try to go for a green shell. So that comes into play. We pick up the Pylons to keep the surveilling going. Growth Spiral's fine. Say go. Because it's basically a redraw. We get more of our lands into play. Otawara. Or green shell. Scoops it up. So we bring in Disputes. And that's essentially it. Probably down the fungus, run it like that. Fairy Miscreant. Tap land on green, go. So next turn we can Growth Spiral. Mockingbird, Miscreant draws a card, sure. So if you play Breeding Pool, play Growth Spiral, play Castle, you should be able to get to a big beefy boy relatively fast, and there's a beefy boy. He's tapped out, so I think it's the most optimal time to try to go for the Growth Spiral. We pass the turn. So Unholy Annex and Dimir Ninjas. Okay. So now we just drop down a green shell. Go. That's a chunky thing, I guess. Could have removal for it. Thoughtseize. Take Green Blade or Splunking? It's one of the two. Look out. Look out, he took the wrong card. I'm kidding. Interesting choice. I was not expecting that. Not at all. So now he's stuck underneath a green shell, but he has a demon he could easily make and go over the top of this green shell. Another Annex. Pretty strong. It's going to be very difficult to beat that. So we first drop down a Splunking. Play a Green Blade. Get a Pylons. Attempt to hit ya? Go. Maybe there's an argument I should have done that, but no matter what I did, he could easily get a Kaito down, which is really all I care about right now. Kaito with Annexes seems like a very devastating combo. I don't need another land. I need to pay off. Splunking. Play a Green Blade. Oasis. Drowner. Attempt to counter it. Another Drowner. Tapping down my turtle. Okay. Hit you for 3, say go. He says good game. So he might have enough for lethal here. Anoint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay. Got me. I'm off. So do I went back to... Maybe Fungus is better than the Grazer. At least they could pop an Annex. That sounds so... That sounds like a drug. Pop an Annex. Okay. I did not say that. Back to nature. Fit that in there. Run it back. Run it like that, I should say. Citadel on green. Go. See what he has. Tap land. By the Fungus. Go. Just plays a land, huh? I can just tag you for 1. Drana. Okay, crack it. Put that on blue. Go. So next turn we can sire. Assuming he doesn't have an answer for it. Annex. Play the Pylons. Get rid of the Fungus. So if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, that leaves me up with a blue. Oh, I guess that doesn't work. Yep. Yeah, that's my only option. Can you enter a sire of 7 deaths? Makes sense because you need 2 of these to pay into this exactly. So I could pay for 7 without tapping out fully. So either way, I guess it hurts. I really wanted to leave with a blue source in case I could mystical dispute something, but opponent probably is looking at turning on the vault, paying me for drain me for 2, and then I don't think he could attack, but does he have removal for the sire? Alright, no, it's just to drain me for 2. And then a drowner. Counter. So we're going to go ahead and mimic. Copy the sire. Catch ya. Go. So that's a pretty good move. Immutable. So he has to answer both of them, or a sweeper. So he very well could have brought in Extinction Event exactly. You're going to make a 6/6? That doesn't seem very impressive. Shield. These do have first strike. So I'm not necessarily worried about a shield grid. We do take some damage here. Catch you for 14. Play a Splunking. Draw a card. We lose some life. Go. So at this point, I think we're fine. I mean, a best case scenario goes like that. 9. He scoops it up. 2-0. Let's get into the next. Play a Grazer. Yeah. Hallelujah. Highlands. Go. Sire's fine. That's a payoff, which we kind of want here. Cliffs. And a Thoughtseize. You take Splunking? Does. Play land. Say go. I could have sent a message with Grazer, but I don't need to. FOMO. Sure. Oh, it's Parhelion, sure. So it's Fang. So we play a Fungus, say go. So at this point, we kind of want to just play this Mimic as a land. Because otherwise we can't get to the Sire. And the Sire, hopefully it's enough to close this game out. This will not be a very easy matchup, though. Tap land. Look out. Pick up Highlands. Bend the spiral. Go. So we have 7 mana, so we can get the Sire down next turn. Question is, are we dead? Kills my Fungus. Sure. Fable. So we're definitely going to look for a non-land card for the Pylons. Something that's useful here to close this game out. Sire's pretty good, though. Cracks the blood token. That's a good sign. Goes to combat. So we'll block 2 of that damage. There's no point of blocking it this time. So we play Pylons. That's a land plus other benefits. Sire, go. It has reach, so it can block a Parhelion, which is our target goal in this matchup. Another Parhelion in the yard. No Fang to be seen yet. And he discarded a white source, so I would have assumed he had a white source. There goes my green shell. So sad to see him go. Fable. Can't attack. We go ahead and play a Green Blade. Get a Parhelion, or a Pylons. To do a little bit of surveilling on the top of our library. A green shell's fine because it can't be touched by a Thoughtseize. Hit you for 7. Go. Question is, can we beat this deck? If we could literally go 3-0, that would be quite impressive for this deck. Beating some pretty difficult matchups already. I get it. Like, man, game 1, both matches, he just had some sort of threat or position where our opponent could not beat us. So that was kind of nice. So we will... You have everybody kill my Sire? Alright, takes 7. Up. Punts and scoops it up. We have Kin. Cage doesn't help. That's essentially it. We're going down. A Lookout and a Green Blade. Run it like that. Flips. Alright. Thoughtseizes. What are you taking here? It's definitely not Grazer, that's for sure. Could take Spiral because it's a nice setup piece, or you take a green shell. Takes my Grazer. Wow. That's impressive. Play that on green. Go. The next turn, we'll just go ahead and play Mimic. Oh, that's not bad. Oh my gosh, I punted. Wrong color. Wrong color. Undo, undo, undo. So at this point, we'll go ahead and play the Pylons for that embarrassment. I don't really think I need this. Get down a Splunking. Oh, yeah. It's very difficult to get that one down. Off of Splunking. But now it comes into play untapped. I can't believe I put this on black instead of blue. Oh, man. Chat, have at me in the comments, because I definitely messed that one up. Hits me? Sure. Thoughtseize. Takes the Mimic. No. Splunking. Really? Seems... I don't know. Seems bad. Well, I could play Lookout here. Or I could Spiral. What does that mean for me? I think I want to do that. Spiral. Put a Archway. Pick up Pylons. Don't want 3 steps ahead. I don't have a green source. Dang it. Ouch. So I don't think I did nothing wrong there in that particular case. This Citadel is backfiring nonstop on me. Takes my Lookout. I'm not sure if that's right or not. Because now I can play Castle Garenbrig. Play a green shell. Get another green shell. Don't want a growth spiral. Play land. Say go. So now we have 2 turtles. Ah, oh, nice place to be. So he can definitely copy the Archfiend of the draws. That means we're taking 6 in the air. Okay, we're taking a little bit more than that. So we have to block like this. We're at 2. Oh, sure. Run it back. Land Grazer. Garenbrig. Go. Alright, so this is a very tricky position. I think I Pylons here. Don't want that. Play Lookout. Say go. Tap. Go. So we have our blue source now. So now we can grow Spiral. Harvester. Play the land. Spiral. Pylons. Don't want an Archway. Go. So now I think we're wanting definitely to find the top end of our deck. Now if we somehow find, I guess Archway's fine now, to bounce these Pylons back to keep surveilling. We'll block, I guess, with the Grazer. It's not doing anything. Do I want to Mimic here? Go. I think I have a few turns to draw anything. We have 7 mana. Potentially 8. So I guess I could have played a Mimic. But then again, it gets much worse if he duresses me. Or Thoughtseizes me. So I don't really want to risk that. Alright, so we go ahead and block. Take our beats. Annex. That's a pretty good card, along with your Fable. No more lands, please. Go. So now I think our goal is that we definitely need to find a payload now. We have a 39% chance of drawing a land. Does he have he has a Parhelion? Ouch. I don't think we're winning this one unless we draw exactly Sire of 7 deaths and copy it in one shebang. So 2, 3, 4, boom. Oh, we're dead. Okay, 2 and 1. Let's get into the wrap up. So what do we learn this week about this deck overall? Overall we went 2 and 1. Not a terrible record. Keep in mind, the Lotus Field player game 1 did get land screwed, which I'm assuming he took a hand that was reasonable if he drew the second land, but he didn't draw it. Classic, one of those games. And then of course the other one, like I'm assuming he scooped because he's seen the turtle and he didn't really have an efficient answer in hand for the turtle, because I believe he bounced the turtle with Auto War, which tells me he doesn't really have a good answer. So I'm assuming that both those matches were just games where, even though they looked like duds, but they really weren't duds, right? Based off of how both opponents actually played their, based on what they had in hand, what we had access to in closing the game out. So overall, I do think we have a reasonable deck here for a ramp deck. Keep in mind the downfalls of Simic is they don't really do well with each other naturally. I mean, blue and green have similar weaknesses, which is why typically this color combination is not the best. But Growth Spiral is definitely a really strong card, so it does give you a reasonable and logical approach to actually trying to accomplish, ramp deck. Growth Spiral is one of the better options, right? Splunking's definitely not as good, but it's close, right? Because it's a 3-drop versus a 2-drop, and instant speed really makes a huge difference. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about this list. What do you guys think about Simic Ramp in the current Pioneer meta? Is it playable? What card does it need a third color? I'm not sure. I would love at one point to test Teamer Ramp, but if you want to see Teamer Ramp, let me know in the comment section. But later this week, there should be some more 3 new meta decks for budget. Check those videos out. And until next time, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Check out all of the other sweet decks that you start off with, getting upgraded to a sweet Pioneer deck. And I'll talk to you guys next time.